is that you know that if you put both your hands on, especially in the box, the referee's gonna give it, or VAR will say, look, if I was you, go and review that.
I'm not gonna act like, oh no, I'm not gonna be all stubborn, and I get what you're saying, but I just personally think it was soft and the goal should have been given.
Okay, do you not think that by the change, actually, you can do the intro before we even get into that.
You sure, my guy?
Yeah.
You ready for me?
Man's back.
Come on, man.
Man's back.
Come on, man.
Welcome back.
I'm just happy that he's back on a day where
man.
Where his team
Did you think he was gonna come back like this?
got the funeral.
To be honest with you,
burial.
I made it very clear to the immediate United fans that had to hear it, and the confidence that I have in my team, because I'm allowed to. I'm a fan.
Of course.
I'm gonna believe in my club as I do this season. As I said from the jump, this is an optimism season. This is just all about getting the results and moving forward, because we don't want to relive the past. And unfortunately, going against United, who are also in particular form, they've only taken a particular loss that shouldn't have really been a loss, but it is what it is. You bounced off that, and you came against us. You were at home as well, and you took all the advantage possible. You took your chances. You took the game to yourselves, and it could have gone either way when you really look back here. If we had taken a win, you would have been vexed same way we were vexed. But that's round one done. That's how I see it. Round one done. We'll see you again at Emirates. And if we get you in the cup, then it is what it is. We get you in the cup. But I'm happy, very happy to be back. I've been hearing. I've been lurking. Certain man have been calling me out on some fugazi shit. But it's okay. I love you all the same way. And we have to bring it to the pod. Because you know, we finally now know that Calvin Phillips is not starting.
Let's be real. We knew. Certain man didn't, but we knew.
The guys that didn't know, can you just step into the room? Come, man. We need to talk to you.
Certain man was saying 20. Certain man was saying 20 appearances.
Hey, anyone that thought Calvin Phillips was gonna get 20 starts, come true. Come true.
But Shegs, I had to pay him the receipt.
Clip it back in.
He played it to him. He played it to him already. He played it to him.
Hold on, just to clarify something. Don't tell Shegs about evidence. We're still waiting on your evidence from Quaver. Don't do that.
What I've now discovered is that
I swear it's going to be a year soon.
I've got nothing. Did you say sorry?
No, because I know.
Almost a year and a half.
It's going to be a year soon, bro.
But listen. He said no. I'm not going to shake his hand and apologize.
This is not really about me right now. We're talking about you right now. So let's not talk about this.
It's not about me. It's about United and Arsenal.
That Chins finally understands that Pep ain't rating Calvin Phillips like that.
I disagree.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I have a theory on the Calvin Phillips ban.
Oh, you do?
And you lot can call me crazy.
Crazy.
I feel like certain things go certain ways.
He might be injured, isn't it?
Because I don't think he is. I feel like certain things go certain ways because man have to remember these clubs have a quota of players that they have to have that English.
Yes.
But
Sterling left.
They've already got that, but they've already got Stones,
Foden,
Grealish. They've got enough.
That's true.
And then the youngers as well.
Yeah, but remember.
No, but I swear there has to be certain homegrown in the first team squad.
I think like 5 or something like that, or 6.
In the first
certain homegrown players. To
and coincidentally,
the same window.
Sterling left.
No, I hear it, but
I could be wrong.
Regardless of the weight,
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm just saying, obviously, it's not about Calvin, but I just think that there was no way that Pep was starting Phillips over
Rodri. Impossible.
That's what it is.
Let's just make sure he's.
And I never said that, by the way. Just to clarify,
he's not injured, bro. He's already. Bruv, he played their first game.
Let's get into the real topic.
Since then,
didn't he get injured in that?
No.
He came off. He
didn't even start that one. He came off the bench, bro.
There's no excuses. He's not injured.
He's not injured, bro.
But you know who's injured?
He hasn't been.
I think this team overall is injured. I think that they are looking a bit wounded. I think they're looking a bit hard done by.
I feel like I know.
I feel like they're looking like the team or the squad on the battlefield that's losing about 5-6 men, but more specifically, they lost 1 man. And it's that Merseyside team. I don't know about you.
Which one? The blue one or the red one?
Well, for the situation,
I know.
Both of them.
I know. I'm just being a wind up.
both talky topic, but
I'm being a wind up.
But in terms of Merseyside Red, aka Liverpool, aka Liverpool, I feel as though is the jig up for them, or is it still too early to say anything?
I think that the jig is slightly up for them.
I think the jig is up.
And the reason why as well is because we've heard Sir Alex Ferguson talk about this. I think you've even heard Pep talk about it. You can never keep the same team more like for longer than 3 to 4 years.
And it's been 6.
About that.
Klopp's been there for 6 years now.
About that. So he's kind of had the same team and maybe brought in a couple of people, but his like core team is the same.
Yep.
And
especially because he plays the same system as well.
So obviously now that they've brought in Diaz, maybe like for like in terms of Mane, but Diaz is not Mane. So
Mane was a sniper, bruv.
And I think that we're now starting to see again. Salah's a baller. I'm not going to take away what he's done in his season, previous seasons, but I think that we're starting to see that Salah is not a main man type of player. I think Salah's one of those guys that need another.
He needs another player to complement him,
superstar or whatever to take a lot of attention away from him. And just like what Mane was doing, because really and truly, when Liverpool were in problems, it wasn't really Salah always pulling them out of trouble like that. I think it was mainly more Mane.
It's Mane. No, everyone knows it was Mane.
I think it was mainly more.
Anytime they were
Mane than Salah.
I can almost say a majority of Shegs. Think about it. A majority of the time Liverpool were behind in games. Mane was the one pulling the goals out the bag, bro.
I know what you're trying to say. I think. Go on.
I feel like there was bare games that, let's say, like these lot were like 0-0 or something like that, and it will be Salah that will step up and have to score or something like that.
So why are we not seeing that now?
I'm not okay. That's not what I'm trying to say. My point of matter is I'm on both sides for the field where I think it was almost more noticeable from a neutral standpoint, or even for the Liverpool fans recognizing that Mane was actually a big asset to them in various situations in terms of the formality of the team and how they structured, how they played, in terms of creating chances, and then obviously the important thing, which co-signs what you're saying, certain games, I thought it was more so Mane than Salah doing that, and that's actually the contradictory, because overall by the season we know that Salah collected the most goals back to back, but it's that I think that's that thing that what Sammy's saying. I think that's what Salah is now missing. He doesn't have that extra attacking presence to kind of have with him by his side, because 38 games is serious and not every guy gets that chance to play every 38 games in the league. So if man's gonna play them games, and we got different teams now, but obviously if it's the likes of Southampton, or if it was now Burnley, or if it was obviously we got the Bournemouth and Fulham, like any of them low class teams, you just need to get that goal in the 80th minute. You don't always see Salah do it. And sometimes it's the Manes who comes in that one chance. The same way that Liverpool conceded a goal in the Champions League finals, that, oh shit, I couldn't see it. But Liverpool are good at that too, where the likes of, that's why they signed Jota and Diaz, funnily enough. It's to go with the system, it's to go with the philosophy. This is how we want to play in the league. And the likes of Diaz, you said Mane is a sniper, Diaz has the potential to be the same.
Oh, 100%.
Because the way he plays and the way he shows his qualities in the attacking front is like no other. But then we saw more evidence of that with Jota, because obviously his first season he did really well, really well. I think the situation is difficult for them as well, for a club that's they've been in a building process every single year. They've been going through it. I think it's weird. I know I say it and maybe it's not making sense, but it does, because even though maybe the first 3-4 years Klopp made it clear, this is who I am, this is the identity, this is the squad. But even when he did that, remember, I say this all the time, no matter what you say, no matter how much you high regard them, them man are still underachievers.
Oh, 100%,
They are still underachievers.
No, 100%. I agree with you. No, I agree with you on that.
And that's because, again, they're still going through that building process where they've literally spent...
Who's going through a building process?
Liverpool, 100%. Like, I know what I'm saying, to you, like, it don't make sense, but I know, because how can they be? Because they've already here. But them being here and they're still underachieving, there's still so much growth for you.
So is City going through a building process?
No, they're not the same though. That's what I'm saying. City are not going through a building process.
Can I ask
Liverpool?
What do you mean?
How is Liverpool going through a building process?
They're still like the
okay,
way
no,
they're
I
not
second
succeeding
his-
is fucked.
No, but I second Sammy's thing because when did this process start?
The building process specifically.
Yeah.
In all honesty, they've been having this, what I call it, before Klopp, but it's been more noticeable since he's come because
So are you telling me they've spent the 6 years that Klopp has been there building?
Well, I would say the past 6 years that Klopp's been there, overall, away from my opinion, they've been trying to go further and go further and go further. But my point of the matter,
I'm not buying. I'm not hearing that.
The reason
bro.
why I can hear what you're trying to say, but how I've looked at Liverpool's 4-year run, is that they just have not been good enough to beat City, because we have to look at it for what it is. Last season, they went out to go and get a striker, which was Jota, who can play in that, and Firmino, with Mane and Salah. I think last season was probably the pinnacle of Liverpool's team for them to now get to every single final and play every game possible. Now, City last season didn't have a striker. They played with a false 9 and were pamming teams left, right, and centre. So my thing is that if one team has the whole package, they have a striker, they have the killer wingers and all of these things, and they have good CMs, but they're still not, beating the team that is a player short until this season, then we have to ask Klopp and Liverpool questions of why didn't you go past that finish line? And like you have said, it's just that Liverpool have just underachieved. You can't now say, Liverpool are this amazing team, but they've underachieved. There is no building process. All it is just that, I don't know what it is. Maybe at the last hurdle, they just seem to fall off for some reason.
Okay. No, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say? So even now, they have a striker that everyone thought bringing in this striker was going to change everything.
Very nice.
But
he's
not knowing, and I think even Klopp admitted this, when I think the media even said, well, we think that you need midfielders. Klopp is saying, I disagree with that.
Yeah,
And
man's got Hendo and Milner, innit?
He comes out later on and says, well, clearly you lot were right and I was wrong. But as a manager, how can you not see...
if anyone should know that, it's him.
Exactly. As a manager, how can you not see in your own team that you have an aging Hendo, you have an aging Milner, aging Thiago,
Oxlade's forever injured.
an aging Fabinho.
Don't play Keita.
Keita. And then all the young boys that you have, like Harvey Elliott.
Loads of central midfielders,
but
they just he just needs
They're
to
just-
change them.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yes,
I agree.
I'm actually gonna co-sign this. I don't
play 90 minutes.
They actually can't, bro.
I'm fuming about this.
None of them.
I think it's quite disrespectful. Do you know who I feel sorry for? Because he can't do nothing about it. Harvey Elliott.
I
Do you know?
Bro, I
do you
feel
know,
like-
do you know he came into the club as a winger.
Elliot,
He came to the club as a winger. The season he joined, played the game, got that horrible injury, had to work his way back. We all knew he was coming back because Klopp
100%.
lacks his nyash.
Yeah.
He very much starts. He lacks his young nyash. Okay. Anyway, Elliot.
That's a warning. What do you mean warning? That's a warning. No. That one's a written warning. That one's a written warning. That one's a...
When you realise it,
verbal.
anyway.
No, that's not verbal.
Okay.
Verbal
Anyway, I don't care.
That's a
Hey,
verbal warning.
now you can get it now.
Trust me, relax.
You gotta watch what you say now,
I
man.
don't care.
That's a verbal.
Anyway,
It's all fun and games till you get
he's
that
very
red,
much
right?
signed in that position.
Yeah.
Came back from injury, automatically from his injury, and that was even just before the injury because he played it anyway.
That was
'Cause
last
Klopp wanted
season,
to-
right?
Yeah. Klopp wanted him to play in the central midfield. He could see it. He wanted him to be in the central midfield areas,
Yeah.
Cam or CM, preferably CM because he don't play at Cam. Cool. This season, he's now seen a new player to come into the team, the 10/winger Carvalho. Now, what he's doing with Elliot, which I said I feel sorry for, is that he's playing him amongst the ancient man. The man them that are gone in the ages that they've got no legs. The man that's just, they got heart, they got experience, but Are they really gonna be that player for him? That's going to be complimentary. The only one, Fabinho, is acceptable, yes, but he's been
okay. But in that instance, now so what Klopp needs to do, he needs to stop doing this. Maybe the Fabinho, Henderson, and maybe Thiago or Milner thing in the middle, because that's, even though they're fit and they have the legs, but they don't really have the legs at the same time. Yeah, so if I was Klopp, I would now maybe play the Fabinho, Henderson with a young person with legs. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'll do what he did this weekend, even though it didn't bang.
Yeah.
Like he played, was it Fabinho and then the two young boys, Carvalho and Elliot. That's what I would do.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's gonna do that anyway. It's the fact that I've seen him play Fabinho, Milner, Elliot, and then rotated around. I just thought, raw. Like,
no, to be fair, I understand why he's doing the rotation, because to be fair, you still need like your senior players to come and still show out and still even help the youngers.
We barely saw Milner last season. Why did somebody put him out now? That's a sign that he knows that the midfield areas are leaking.
Yeah, when I saw him start against United,
this is the only reason why I'm saying is, coming from you lot's eyes and you lot's minds, innit? I never once badmouth or said anything about Thiago, because we all know what he's on. But since he's come to Liverpool, really and truly, he's been not much of an addition to him, because it's been difficult. He's just adjusting everything and whatever, and they've been going through it. But my point of the matter in saying that is, it's now clear he's been in a stage where it looks like he's picking up injuries. He's not able to fulfill his duties in the squad. So now they have it to reluctantly go through the list of players that they've got, and they're not even able to play the players they want to play in that midfield. The only other two midfielders they should be looking out for immediately is Chamberlain and fucking Keita, and they don't, because they're barely available. They look out for either the academy boys or Carvalho and Elliot. That's a problem.
I think that Liverpool didn't need to spend 100 mil on Núñez. I think they could have used that 100 mil to go and get.
I hear it.
Maybe two players.
And that's why all these men were crying, oh, we need this, we need that, we need this. Let's be real, as successful as Liverpool are, they've never been known to spend mad peas in a window. And that's why after they bought Núñez, all these fans are complaining. I'm like, you ain't getting nothing. You blew the bag on my man, bro. No one else is coming in.
Facts.
Literally.
So I think that is...
Because even that January window, I don't think anyone's coming in for them, bro.
They might do.
After the World Cup.
If anything, it'll be loan moves.
After the World Cup.
Them ain't going to spend money.
Depending on who...
After the World Cup.
After the World Cup, yeah.
No, but I think that depending on who bangs in the World Cup,
that window could be interesting, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
It could. That window could be very interesting.
I think Liverpool will do what they did last season when they went to go and get
Luis Diaz,
in January, and we saw what happened.
He came in and changed
really just went mad.
Yeah.
But even with him, and this is even why, even though, not even to even throw any shade to him, but just even, it's more at Liverpool to a degree, but even with him, you still couldn't get it over the line to beat City.
I think sometimes as well,
it's mad.
When you watch certain games, you can see where, I won't say Klopp's got it wrong, but you can see where he's fumbled a little bit, because it's like, the game will be going one way for a bit, and it'll be like, okay, cool, I need to swap Diaz for Jota, or I need to swap my man for this man, or and it's like, why didn't you just start man to begin with?
Exactly.
You should have just started that one to begin with, bro.
And like finish the game early and then start bringing them. It's the truth.
But it's like you'll start the wrong man, and then you're doing all this switching later.
I mean, Liverpool, keep doing your thing. Amen. Keep doing it, because I'm at a place where I hate rating you, man. I hate rating.
And I'll be that's why when you said the whole development thing, I wasn't hearing it simply because
not how I was wording it.
I was gonna say, because for me, like any manager after that long, that's a squad of his men.
Yeah, facts.
His men, bro.
Facts. Anyone before whatever, that's long gone.
Because
like, bro, I can even say with Arsenal now, that whole squad, those are Arteta's men, bro.
Yes, because in a way, because you have to also remember, you also have to remember in this building process that she's talking about. They won the league,
they won the Champions League.
So
that's not a team that's building, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's a squad.
It's a squad.
That's a squad, 100%.
And even just now, Mr. Sheggington just discovered something that's going to be really, really challenging.
They've got some mad fixtures coming up.
In the last couple of months, it's going to be.
Who's their next three?
all top 6. Oh, next top 3 is
Who's the next 3?
Is thing. Wait. So
think
it's
they've
Wolves.
That's going to be a struggle for them.
Chelsea.
That'll be a struggle for
And
them.
then Arsenal.
Is
Wasn't
Wolves
it
at
next
home?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think
Anfield, yeah.
none of those games are
But
going to
they've
be
got-
And
easy.
in between that, they got Champions League games as well.
in
Yeah.
between, yeah. See,
None
That's
of
gonna be
those
interesting.
games will be easy. Wolves are going to struggle.
Wolves, Ajax,
They're gonna
Chelsea.
struggle.
And if I was
Yeah,
Klopp,
Ajax,
if
Chelsea.
I was
Go on.
you need to use your whole squad.
Yeah.
You can't play
Start
the
stretching
same
it.
man.
Stop using
You
the
can't
same
be saying the
faces,
same
yeah,
man
stretch
week in,
it.
week out.
It's almost like he wants like specific senior figures
Yes.
in there, no matter
Yeah.
what. And it's
He's
like,
moving like Gareth Southgate.
it's like, bro, you can't be afraid to take
Facts.
these man out, bro.
Facts.
Just do it. Do what works for the team. But at the
facts.
moment, it's like he's just doing. I feel like he's doing what the fans want, but it's not working.
But it's not even what they want
working.
either. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad about what I see? What Klopp's doing before we move on is, it's like, at one stage we see the brilliance of him, and he gets that choice of matter, and it works.
Yeah.
And then the other side is like, we actually forget how Trent even became a first team player. There's
thing
certain
is-
man that play in the squad,
I see
and then
so
when they
many
play,
different talking points on him, but go on.
Yeah, but do you know when certain man come to the squad, and obviously in a situation in professional football at the top level, when you're that age, it's rare for you to, exceed the expectations, blah, 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 blah. Trent managed to do that before people were heavily criticising him now on what his flaws are, which is noticeable. We've known that from day one because, let's be honest, people, he wasn't a flipping defender. Trent has never been a defender. So if he's going to be a good defender, by golly, thank the coach. Because for whatever reason...
That's a cop-out. I'm
no,
sorry.
well, stop there. Do you know why? Because in the whole time that he's come to the first team squad, and all these years he's been playing first team football, tell me if I'm wrong. Has Trent
So
not been
wait.
playing consecutive first team football for the last 4 or 5 years?
No, he has. Okay, but
Yeah,
the
so
reason-
yes or no?
No,
what's,
he has.
Yes
Wait,
or no?
okay,
what's
what's
his,
the point?
I'm
what's,
just
the
saying,
point?
wait, no, what's his
just wait.
original position?
CM.
Who? No, that's what
Okay.
they all say. But you
Okay,
know what?
well, okay,
He ain't
where's-
going to
then
play
where's his-
midfield again, so let's let it go.
No,
You're right
wait,
back
no,
now.
no, wait.
You're right.
The reason why I'm saying the Trent thing in terms of the defender thing being a cop out, because again, if you've gone from CM to a right back, yeah, as a central midfielder player, and what your role is as a CM, you have to be on the lookout for everything.
Yeah.
You have to be checking your mirrors regardless. So like, even when you even watch, let's say someone like Cesc Fabregas, even before Cesc Fabregas has touched, before he's even touched the
he's
ball,
scanning.
he has scanned he has scanned again about another 2-3 times. Because again, remember, the pitch is always changing before you've even received the ball. So as a right back, you should take that CM knowledge to right back, because you know that there could be possibly a winger or someone behind me. I haven't checked where that person is.
And at that point, there's not even a line of men behind you to help you out.
Exactly.
It's literally,
It's only
you're the
you-
last line.
Exactly. Thank you. So when everyone's talking about, but he's not a defender.
So why is he there?
It's not even that. Everyone has to understand. Trent has played in the position where you need to scout your area to see who's near you and whatnot.
Aware.
You need to be aware. So that's what I'm saying. I won't take the whole he has to be good at defending. If you're going to the fullback now and you know that one of your things that you're weak on is defending, yeah, then I'm so sorry, my guy, you need to work on that.
Facts. I'm not even saying that's not the case.
I was gonna say-
I'm saying that's the fact. But they want to make them think it's an
everything I've
excuse.
seen
Yeah, that
recently
can't be an excuse.
from Liverpool fans as well, like they're frustrated. I'm seeing man saying, how can you say your own right back is a right back that can't defend? That is
But
wild.
Do you know why they're frustrated, John? Let me tell you why Liverpool fans are frustrated. It's because ever since winning Champions League and the league, yeah, they have always fallen short. But yet, they're still trying to class themselves as one of the best English teams. How can you do that?
They're not.
How can you do that if you're always falling short of a team that uses false nines? It's crazy. When you have 3 strikers, you know.
I think it's a combination of a couple of things though. I feel like away from their struggle with certain players and positions, I feel like certain men have got Klopp sussed.
Yeah.
But I said,
They've got man sussed,
people
bro.
have-
They,
Do you know
they
when-
have. They
you know
do.
when I said this before they won the league, yeah, or Champions League, I said Klopp has to change something because he's playing the same formation, the same thing.
It's been false nine for how long now?
And I think that the next year, I think he bought. Who did he buy that he won the league? I said, yeah, he had to do something to change it because you can't be doing the same thing consistently over years.
Yeah.
And I think and now they're in a place where you have to change. Well, not change your whole squad, but you need to bring in fresh legs.
Yeah, 100%.
To now shake up the place. Keeping Jordan Henderson and these man.
Even some of them man should know I can't meet the standard anymore.
Facts.
I feel like some of the players
They should know it.
Oh,
I
facts.
feel like they know.
But they won't. They won't go.
Yeah, why would they?
They won't
No,
go.
it's not even that they won't go. Is Klopp won't let them go.
Yeah.
Because so there has to come in a point in a manager's career to tell man, have to sit man down. Just like I think was it Brendan Rodgers that sat? Was it Klopp that even sat down Gerrard like saying like, brother, this is your last, Ruha, bruv. Like this is your last. This is your last parade,
dance,
my
bro.
guy. Yeah, the last dance. Like Hendo's coming in to take that, and you have to accept that. So all it is, and again, it's just that same thing with United and Ronaldo, and that conversation. Like there comes a point again. No one's arguing about Ronaldo's quality, but what we are saying that Father Time, you ain't beating Father Time. Father Time's caught up to you, my guy, and he's just saying, oh yeah, it's time to come home. It's time to go and sit at home with your youths. You get it?
And that's the thing. Time's the one thing that won't wait for no one.
Well, over to you.
Before I do you know what? I am just checking something to clarify, and I had a feeling it was the Fabinho signing. I think it was the season after Fabinho joined, they won the league.
See, yeah. So that,
And correct me if I'm wrong.
And then the year after they won Champions League.
They won champs after.
So yeah, so
No.
yeah, it was.
No, they won it
Was it
after.
first?
No, they won.
No.
No, they won champs first. They won champs and then the league.
Okay, champs
Yeah.
first, then
Yeah,
league.
okay,
But
cool.
my point,
Yeah.
Fabinho was the key.
Yeah, so that was the change that allowed them to now go that extra.
Yeah.
And just before I move on again, because I said that, maybe that's your chain again, Klopp. Maybe it's the midfielding area you need to focus on to get in the focusing results, But speaking of focus, these guys are very focused today because the form that they're on is not even shaky. It's very worrying because we as neutral fans or rivals, whatever you want to call it, we obviously don't want to see United fans happy. Look at them. When they're happy, flowers die.
Man
Top
said,
6 killers.
man said we.
Top 6 killers.
Chin's is speaking for himself.
Get me? We moved to Liverpool.
That's it.
I'm speaking for
slapped
other
it on
fans.
Arsenal.
I know what I did wrong in it. I got excited in the moment. I reminded myself why I hated United fans, and I was talking to certain United fans, saying some talks, And you know what? I put my hands up.
Yes.
And I'm going to put my hands up because
That's good.
2 reasons. One, what I kept saying, and I saw it again, not that I'm basing it on that game, it's just I still feel it.
Yeah.
It's just, we're just a bit short on something. But I can't say that.
Bro, I
can't
know what we're short on.
I can't
know what we're
say
short
so
on.
much again because through the game, I give the players their credit. We lost, but we tried. And we can only take this first round as an L and we move on because I'm confident in the second round, like I want to be for my team for the rest of the season. So, for the United boys to my left,
Yes.
congratulations for
Thank you.
putting us in our place.
Nah,
Thank
that's
you.
it.
We're on a roll,
Thanks.
but our roll doesn't stop. It's just one game.
I just wanted to say, in Ten Hag, I trust. In Ten Hag,
Are you trusting in Ten Hag as well?
I trust him. I said you have to trust him by force. Every United fan has to trust him.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is
At
you don't
this,
have an option.
I was gonna say whether
You don't have an option.
whether
But
you're
trust
really
him.
invested or not
Yeah,
at
you
this
have to.
point, you're just gonna have
No,
to.
but
bruv.
I'm just saying, for me specifically.
No, for you, I know you are, but I mean,
I
like,
haven't felt like trying to be behind a manager maybe since Mourinho-ish. And even with Mourinho, I was like, but I knew that he is someone, if you give him time, he'll get the job done, innit? But now Erick has come. Obviously, we started off shaky and rightly so for fans to be annoyed and rightly so for people to give us banter. And it's rightly so. 10 after that Brentford game said, nah, I can't have this anymore.
Oh.
He got the man,
You know
the
that
man
already.
them. He got the man them in the next day running, because why? As I said, Ralph said it. It was in the email that he sent him.
but you didn't read
He's
it.
ready. He's ready now.
Oh, he's ready. Man said,
He's ready.
man said. Man said, let me check the archives.
Check it.
Let me check the archives.
You know that he was on that coach looking for the email saying,
You know what? He probably even WhatsApp man like, yo, can you run it back
Can you run
again?
it back quickly?
Said that again.
Just resend that.
He did.
So he got them running. Even he's got, these men are not on the running. You have to run if you're gonna be in this league and you're gonna try and compete. Yeah, it's all about, like we said, like in a few podcasts ago, desire, energy, wanting it.
So
Now
that's everything,
and
man.
let me tell you why I'm actually, John. Let me even tell you why. What even makes me more happy? It's not even the attackers. It's the defenders. The defenders are celebrating when they make a good challenge. Do you know how sick that is? I haven't actually seen defenders celebrating unless you're in the Italian league. You know, I haven't seen that type of.
Can I actually say one thing I did see? That's when I can be like, okay, there's a difference. I think it was at the end of one game. If you saw the way De Gea hugged Martinez, I ain't seen De Gea hug none of them back for in a minute,
Bro,
if ever.
I know what moment it was.
When Martinez blocked the ball when it could have been an own goal.
Brother, he hugged, man.
Can I just say, shout out Martinez, because everyone
tried to clown him. Everyone tried to clown him because of his height, but
have you seen his stats?
He's doing bits. He's doing bits.
He's doing his job.
Can I just say one thing?
Go on.
Did I not give you the credentials of that boy?
No, you have. But no, I'm just you have.
You see me?
I'll
When
give
it comes from my fucking club,
No,
I'm
I hear you.
upset. Okay,
I hear you.
I want a
But-
good man in my team, but you know what I say? Let the devils have
Everybody
it.
was clowning. Everyone was clowning my man, talking about how short he is. But
He's a
when you look
solid
at his stats, aerial duels,
doing bits,
won
bro.
most of them.
He's doing everything.
He's
On
clearing
the
everything, bro.
floor,
I can't
he's
lie.
doing a madness. But now, like I said, for me, I'm more happy about the defense because it seems like those four at the back seem like they have some type of partnership.
That was one of your main problems as
And it's
well.
one of the main problems. And like I said, I love the fact that they're treating winning the ball and doing offline goal clearances like as if they just scored a goal.
Yeah.
You have to, man.
I know, but again, we don't see that in the Premier League. We don't actually see English
it's not done
defenders
enough.
or other defenders celebrate like as if they've just scored a goal. You get me? Or like pushing their partner saying you're the man. So the fact that you're doing that at the back will now obviously transfer to the front whenever you're scoring and all of those things. So I'm more than happy with what Ten Hag is doing. Shout out to Ten. I love it. Come on, Shen, talk your things.
Let me. You said in 10 we trust, which we definitely do. But in the new signings we trust as well. I like all of them. I love all of them. I want all of them to start. I want to see every single signing that we signed this.
I
this
think
year.
that
need all of
I'm
them
not
to
gonna
start.
lie. I
Because
feel like
from
they will.
Lacia to Martinez. Erickson,
Talk it.
Flipping, Anthony
Bring
coming
it.
to score on his debut.
Preach
We're
it.
seeing some jingy majingy. Bruv, we love it.
But the thing is,
loving it.
I'm
loving it.
you can already see the shift because certain man ain't starting.
That's it.
You can see it already.
They're shaking it up.
I
They're
don't obviously
shaking it
I
up.
don't watch every United. I'm not a United fan. I catch the games I can catch generally, but the games I have seen, Fred is coming off the bench now, bruv. Man is not starting.
This whole season so
Maguire,
far,
bench.
it's McTominay.
Even CR7 himself, he's coming off the bench, bruv. So
That's
it's
the
like,
big one. But that's the
it's
same.
very apparent that, okay, something is changing here because the man them that was starting before, the man ain't starting now.
It's called discipline. It's called
Taking charge.
respect me and talk to me nicely.
And I'll be real, I don't see any of these men starting for a while, if ever again, bruv.
No, I
it will
see.
shift,
No,
it
it
will
will
shift.
shift.
It will shift
Because of the amount of games that's happening, he's gonna have to play the.
But I know
dummies.
you man,
Play the
you man are always gonna be on ropes when Maguire's in that back four.
Oh, I was so shook when he came on yesterday. I was so shook.
You man are always
I was
gonna be
shook.
on ropes when he's on the pitch, bruv, because he's
shook.
guaranteed to do something stupid, bruv.
I was just shook.
Wait.
Do you know what? Can I just ask, not to make it about him because we've always said something, but just a clear cut question and a clear cut answer. I expect. Do we honestly feel as though that Maguire is a lot of a calam? Like, do we feel like
He's
this
more than a collab.
I'm not saying that.
Can I be very
I'm not
very
saying
honest? I'm not gonna say Maguire shouldn't be in the Prem, Maguire should not be in the top 16.
So you see when I say, wait,
He's not.
You see when I say
Maguire, the level Maguire came from is still where he
wait,
is.
you see
Can
when
I question that before you land?
Let me say
Go
something.
on,
though.
go on.
Okay, I do understand that, and I
Yeah.
definitely don't feel like we should have signed him,
I agree with
especially
you.
for the price that we signed
I
him.
agree.
God knows
But
what he did.
however, up until this season now, he has still, since he has been there, been probably as trash as he has been, still the most consistent of
I hear
our
it, but
defenders.
you know what it is.
Kind
I
of
think
thing. So
from
for
the
us
outside looking
to
in,
come
he
and
just
scapegoat him,
constantly has howlers, bruv.
He
I
does.
do
he does,
hear
but
you.
to scapegoat him when everyone else is not doing
No,
their
don't
thing
get me
as
wrong.
well.
I know there's other players, but obviously I mentioned him.
Yeah, okay.
That's why. But I know there's other ones.
Remember what-
If I sat here and said you lot reel off all the others, you're gonna reel off. You lot probably gonna say
it's true.
a few names, but it's like Maguire's the one that always comes
but
up.
the reason why he comes up as well because he's a captain as well. So
That's
obviously,
part of it
I
as
don't
well.
expect my captain
To
to
be-
be moving mad.
Yeah.
Do you get it? You have to have some type of discipline as well and be like, raw, like you have to be serious. But again, I've been saying this, like, I'm not calling these guys trash, but people need to know what their level is. Now, for me, I don't think that you said Maguire is.
Bruv,
I don't think
he's
he
not
can
good enough to play for any of the top six
now,
teams, bro.
For
He's
me,
not.
I think that Maguire's level is between West Ham and maybe he can squirt into the Spurs team. Maybe.
Spurs are top six,
Yeah, okay.
Bro,
Maybe Spurs.
I was definitely
Okay, a top
just about to say.
a top 16 that wins stuff.
is that what we're doing?
I mean, that's very
I can't wait for
limited.
Spurs to win something.
That's very limited.
I'm not
I just
gonna
wanted
lie.
to shake up the
Can I
argument
be
a little
honest?
bit.
Can I be
just want it
honest
because
with
I don't
you?
like this narrative.
I hear
The
it.
moment
Did you
you mention
I
Spurs,
hear it.
Can you
Arsenal
not?
fans shut it down
No.
immediately.
Did I not say it?
What?
I said Spurs need to win something.
Yeah,
I've
it's the
been
truth.
saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, yeah, you
I've
did.
been saying it,
Stop
bro.
actually want it to happen.
And I'm not gonna lie, what's further driving my agenda for them to win something is I saw the final table of who spent the most in this window. We're not on it.
Of course we're not.
You man are there. Spurs are there.
We stopped.
How? Wait.
No, you man are not there. I'm bugging.
What?
City's
You
there.
what?
I think City was at the
No,
bottom.
City can't be
City
there.
can't be
No,
there.
they put the top.
No, City
I can't
cannot be there.
Is this net spend or just spend?
Nah, City
Let me-
can't be
let me
there.
Even
find
spend? No, it can't be City.
Let me
How can
find
City
it.
be
Let
there?
me find it.
City
How much
can't
money
be
they
there.
spend?
You know.
And
All
even
I'm
their
saying
net
is,
spend anyway,
either way, my
way
thing
more
is,
money than-
Spurs are there. They were in like the top 4,
Yeah.
Do you know how
and
much money
they
this
need
team spent?
to.
When we finish off our thing, I need to say my bad still to a player.
Oh, exciting! I know what he's doing now.
And I wonder.
I have to say
I
my
need to
bad.
find this thing.
What club does that guy play for?
What team does he play for,
I
bro?
feel like I know.
You might as well do
but
it now,
let
bro.
me
Is he
see,
a part of
actually.
one of the teams we've mentioned
Wait,
already?
yeah, do it while I
What
find this
position
does he
thing.
play
Do it while
for
I find
Chelsea?
this thing.
No.
Winger.
Okay, this
Or
one's different.
striker.
It's from your
Winger slash
Oh
striker.
wait, I know who it is.
Oh.
I know.
No,
Does
but
he-
we
wait.
haven't
Is he
mentioned
black?
him.
Yeah.
He has
Oh.
to be.
Is it Wilfred?
Yeah.
You have to say my bad.
Do you know what?
Say my
Do you know
bad.
why? Do you know why? Do you know? No. I'm gonna something. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why your my bad isn't even technically a my bad?
No, it wasn't my bad. It wasn't my bad. So I'll tell you why it wasn't my bad. Because I was looking
No,
I can't wait for
crazy.
you to say it.
I was
I'm gonna
looking
back
so
you.
crazy.
I'm gonna back
I was
you.
looking so
I'm
crazy the
backing you.
day that I was saying
I'm gonna be so honest, yeah. Actually, let me even just do it now.
Do it now.
The reason why, yeah, I have to do a my bad to Wolves Zaha. I think I've been very harsh on him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I actually
think a lot of
think
people have.
I actually think
Even to
I've
remember
been.
what team he was at.
No, forget even that.
No.
Forget even what team he's at. Yeah, do you know what it is? Until I done my research last week, I was on the phone to my boy,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Zaha. So it was like, raw, like you know, so like we were talking about Zaha, yeah. So we was like, we were just trying to. So basically, we were talking about Zaha. I was thinking like, yeah, Zaha, like he doesn't really do it for me. But then me and my boy had the same, like we were in agreement. But then we went to go and check his stats, like his
Net spend.
So yeah, so like we went to go and check.
Look at United's income.
Go on.
Is it crazy?
We made 10. Wait.
That's net spend. That's net spend.
This is so mad. This is mad. This is disgusting. Look at our net spend.
So wait, so
And we shipped off.
Wait,
like-
go on.
So going back to the
Coming
Zaha
back to
thing,
this.
yeah. So obviously we've been quite harsh on him. I was thinking like, raw, like Zaha doesn't
Brother, my brother, you said we.
Actually, well, no, I'm talking about me and my boy. Like,
Okay, cool.
So when we went to go, when we went back to actually check his few previous seasons, bar last season,
he's done stuff. He has.
Yeah, guys, no, seriously, you might have to, seriously, bar last season.
Yeah.
Him scoring 4 or 3 goals last season.
Something like that.
Bar that, you know that Zaha's actually been consistently scoring 10 Premier League goals. No, so for me, the reason why I'm saying my bad is because I didn't do my proper research.
Yeah.
I just thought, Zaha's messing about type thing. But he's actually been one of the most. He's been the Premier League's one of the Premier League's wingers, consistent winger of getting 10 or more goals. So Zaha, my bad. I apologize. I know when I was in the wrong.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I knew you was gonna try that, and I know of Zaha, and I've known in the years that he's played Prem ball that in actual reality, in the years he's played Premier League football, and in total that is exactly 8 seasons. And I'm not including. I'm talking since he's come back from United, he's only actually scored double figures 3 times in those 8 seasons. Not to downplay it though, because I understand your agenda.
I'm
with
talking
it.
about in the last, let's say, I think 3 to 4 years.
In the last 3 to 4 years, obviously.
So that's what I'm saying. In the last 3 to 4 years.
That's effectively been the time.
I'm saying
because before that, he never did.
Yeah, okay.
My point.
But I'm just saying.
So this is why I said before you wanted to say your point that you still have a point, because the reason why you were so harsh or critical of him is because as a man of this city and a man of obviously great credential as a footballer, my favourite striker, you understand what it's like to be in a quality forward and also a talented player. And you've known, as well as all of us, the rest of the room, know how talented Zaha is. But there's levels in this Premier League team where, like you tried to state, getting 10 goals every season it's not flipping easy. And that's actually what most people will speak about as an expectation for a newcomer or a player to show their consistency.
Facts.
If you can get 10 league goals, if you're getting 15 league goals, that's you're good, you know.
No, you were saying, no, you're right.
You were saying this. You're saying this. No one's disagreeing. But my point of the matter,
I'm gonna have to get receipts as well.
Yeah, you might.
we need your receipts. Your receipts are important.
I was saying that he was playing with Donnies like Benteke.
No, it doesn't matter about that. No, it doesn't matter about that.
It doesn't matter about that because I was saying that this guy.
Do you know why it doesn't matter?
If you watch him, you would see.
Do you know why it doesn't matter? Let me tell you why it doesn't matter. Because in the last 3 seasons, he's scored 10 or more goals.
And he's the main man.
In the last, bar last season, but in the last other 2 seasons, he has scored 10 or more goals. So it's not necessarily the people who he's playing with. I think it's more sometimes.
Don't bar last season, by the way. That's his highest scoring season.
No, but shall I tell you why it is? Because before
how many scored last season?
He was always just out wide. He was always out wide.
Sorry, not bar last season. The season before.
The season before.
No, 2 seasons before. He scored 3.
He scored 4.
So I'm saying bar that.
But I know what you're trying to the attacking problem.
I'm not even looking at the fact that who he's playing with, but again, for me, like I said, if you're one of the main man at a dead team, it's even more easier for you to shine and get the goals because they'll be looking for you the most, kind of thing. But sometimes I feel like Zaha doesn't apply himself the way he should for him to get the move that he wants. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because really, if he was balling out,
someone would have come in for him by now.
Exactly. But because he's not
saying that, I feel like he was just blacklisted. I feel like he's blacklisted in the Premier League.
Maybe he might be.
I don't think he is, you know.
Maybe he might be, but there's something.
Because for me,
because I feel like there's links every window, just nothing happens.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's just rumours and stuff, but I don't feel like there's anything concrete for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I look at in this Premier League, if I was to pick any winger, especially outside top 6, I'm picking Wilfred Zaha. No defender wants to ever go against this guy.
And that is why I'm saying my bad, because really and truly is that even look at this season, he's actually very dangerous.
Facts. I can agree with that.
And
it's looking good so far.
And that's why I'm saying, you know what?
It's rare. We don't get that often from you. But you know what? In the sense of you saying my bad, just before we move on.
My bad as well.
No, God forbid.
He don't know what that means.
Exactly.
In terms of I don't even know who's responsible because I never checked, but I'm just gonna go off with my hopeful logical thinking. In terms of the Premier League, the FA especially, should they say my bad for the way that VAR has been treated? Because I'm starting to think that, like I said from the jump, that VAR is a setup for failure. It's just not doing what it's meant to do.
There's no consistency with it.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't get its purpose.
Okay, so do you know what I think should happen? Yeah. I think that there should be, but I think there is a fourth official up in the VAR.
No, there's a fourth official on the pitch, and then
they've
there's
got
someone in VAR as well.
Team.
Okay,
So you got the ref, you got the two linesmen, you got the fourth official, and then you got VAR.
So what I would do, I would have two fourth officials, one on the pitch and a fourth official up there. I don't need, because whoever's controlling VAR.
But the person on VAR is considered an official though.
No, but I'm saying like, okay, so what I mean by that is, the fourth official at least let the person who's up on VAR at least have been refereeing on a pitch before.
Yeah. That's the case, bro.
Is it? Yeah.
Do you see the names on the VAR?
No, I didn't. I don't. I can't even lie.
Bro, it's
all past referees.
The refs. It's either past referees, or refs that actually ref the games. They put them up in VAR as well. Yeah.
So I never knew that. Yeah.
So it's not like someone on the computer that's just like, oh, guys, go and look. No, it's actual refs.
So, because that's what I was about to say. Because I thought it was just the what is it, a computer or whatever.
Nah.
And then the fourth official might go and check to let the other person, the other official know, so go and check.
I think there's someone up there that understands how the whole thing works, but then there's a ref there as well.
Then that means they need to do something better. Then I don't really know.
But
the thing is. But then do you
this whole new like kind of refereeing body, and Howard Webb is now coming to step in and try and like
do you guys think, because I think the thing with VAR initially was to check certain things, do you feel like it should be used through the whole game for whatever or to check specific things?
Through the whole
do you know
game.
why I say yes? There are certain things that they're not
Whole
gonna.
game.
I don't think it's gonna be overkill. I think it's just common sense. If the referee wholeheartedly knows in a situation during play that he couldn't give a straightforward decision for, or he requires that assistance because that's what it is. It's video assistance.
Furthermore, there might be even stuff that the ref don't see.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if the case of the matter is, for example, because all that VAR is when we've seen it is the referee gets the opportunity to go back and use the footage to seeing what had happened to now be the assistance of his refereeing duty.
Yeah.
That's it. VAR. So for me, if I'm trying to use this scenario so it kind of gives that foreplay, if let's say one of the second or third officials, let's say the linesman on the far end has seen something, but the referee's way over there, the action's here, but the actual incident is over here, and the referee has to deal with it. And the only people that's seen it are the people in the stadium, the liner, and the people that's done it.
Yeah.
And he's gone and said to the referee, because he's obviously got the flag up. The referee's now had to go back. Why is your flag up during the phase of play? I'm focused on this. What's going on? Boom. I think you're going to need to see VAR and make a decision in this matter because so and so forth has happened. Basically, this player scrapped with this player. He said this about his mum, but he's the one that got thumped up. One of them ones. If that's the case, I wouldn't be mad at that because then you're going to now officiate the game more. You're going to recognize the situation that needs to happen because when we see it, they always talk about it and say that player should have been sent off and then later on they score the winning goal.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want that. We don't want to still have that. In the incident with the Arsenal and United situation, which would have been my next question, but we know what it is, innit? That's a 50-50 situation. Some people say that it's soft and if it doesn't get decided, if it doesn't go, then it doesn't go.
Like,
but for me now, I'm really thinking about it. I'm over it because when you look at it, there was no parts of the ball won. So I can't make my argument because my argument is that's not a foul because he's only brought a bit of his body on the player and can play on. That's where I see the softness. But in reality is he's made contact, he's caused the player to go down to the ground. In actual reality, now, like we can't pretend and say, okay, there's no foul and he can't. We could just pretend that should have been a goal. I would have loved that.
Biggie Bank of what Chins is saying now. I think where they flopped, because I remember in the first week of the league when it started, I remember them saying there is like some like rules change like made in terms of referees allowing the game to flow a bit more. Right. Yeah. So
is that allowing the game to flow more and address stuff later, or just allowing it to flow more? Not giving petty stuff.
Not getting petty, not giving petty stuff. So
Okay.
now for me, like yesterday's game, now I don't think that's a foul. Personally, for me,
Yeah.
I think that's a very soft foul, but I can understand why the ref has given it. But now maybe another ref might not have given it.
Fact.
So for me, I can't lie. So when Martinelli scored, I wasn't actually thinking about the foul. I just thought
A lot of
conceded.
people weren't, bro.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think about the foul until when they replayed it. When they replayed it, I said like when they replayed it, I was like, oh, you know what? They might give that as a foul. But if the referee had went there and said, no, I'm still giving it as a goal, I'll hear it, because it's like, all right, cool. Because I think it's a soft foul.
Yeah, and that's why I said to you, I think generally there's just too much inconsistencies.
Yeah, facts.
Because if I run it back to Uslot's game with Brighton,
Mm-hmm.
Martinez 1000% fouled Welbeck in the
Yeah,
box.
100%.
How that was not a pen and how no one called that,
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's 4 of you on the pitch and there's a man in VAR and no one said nothing.
But then that means maybe they're just allowing the game to flow.
So then, which leads me to my next question. Obviously, I know we're not going to know the answer to it, but it's like, how much contact is too much?
Exactly.
What is too much?
I hear it.
Exactly.
They need to
Where is the
they need to
limitation?
establish like what is too much and what are we allowing and what is too much.
But I just think that it's a hard one, because I think refereeing is one of those jobs where it's kind of subjective, isn't it? So it's like,
There's
so like,
There's got to be something, bro.
So the reason why I
There's
say it's
gotta be
subjective
something.
is because I can
have more than one
The
ref
reason
on
why I'm
that
saying
pitch.
that
Do you know
it's
how mad it
subjective
is?
is because, like I said, I'm someone who plays football where
Yeah.
I don't mind a hard tackle. So if I was a referee,
Yeah.
I would allow certain things to happen.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, and but that's why I'm
So-
saying, like, I'm not saying all of them, but all of them have to be on the same page to a degree where they can see something and be like,
Again, so let's say
that's
okay,
a clear
so let's
cut
say if
foul.
it was
So there's got to be something.
what's that referee that was, it's something Webb again?
Howard Webb.
Howard Webb, sorry. So Howard Webb, you know how big in stature he is.
Yeah.
Before he's retired. So maybe for someone like him, if he was officiating that game, he might have given the goal, because in his mind, he would think, well, if that was me, I like the physicalness kind of thing, maybe. But if it was a shorter ref or a slender ref or whatever, maybe in their minds as well, saying, if I was playing football, would I class that as a foul? And that's what maybe that's how maybe some referees officiate their games.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying I feel like they have to be. I'm gonna use the word taught, but I feel like they have to be taught / trained or whatever to a point where there's a line, and they all know when that line has been crossed.
And I think also as well,
Rather than it being subjective,
yeah.
they should all be aware of how much is too much
Okay,
and
do you know why? Also,
how much is whatever.
And you know why it was also subjective as well? It's because sometimes at the time of when the tackles are being placed and stuff, the referee might be in a position where he thinks from his angle it looks like a clean tackle.
That's what VAR's for, bro.
No, I know, but then so like we've just said now. So in the ref's mind, when he saw that tackle, he didn't think it was a foul, but because he was from whatever angle he was looking at it from, he's thinking, yeah, that's clean. But now VAR has now told him, no, you need to go and check that. Go and check that
Also,
and really look at it to see. And if you are still okay with that, no problem. But clearly he wasn't okay with it, and he gave away the free kick.
I feel like the slowing down of stuff exaggerates it.
Yeah.
I feel like VAR watch it in real time.
But then it'll be hard to judge then.
Why? They're seeing it from all.
But the reason why you have to slow
see
it down.
to see it from all angles in real time.
But the reason why you
I
have
feel
to,
like slowing anything
but
down
in
just
real
makes it look
time-
mad.
But in real time is fast. So that's why when you're slowing it down, at least you're gonna have to know if the person got a toe to it or didn't get the ball at all. So just like what Sheg said, that when Odegaard went to go and attack it, to go and get the ball off Erickson, he didn't get 1 ounce of the ball. There wasn't like he didn't touch the ball. It was Erickson that touched the ball forward for him to now lose the ball. But again, for me, I would have thought that Erickson should have been a bit stronger. That's just for me. But not everyone is like me that will say it should be a goal.
Yeah,
Do you
I
get
mean,
it?
I understand. What it is. I think no matter what, it's gonna be problematic simply because, like you just said, Erickson should have been stronger. But then
Yeah.
I feel like certain man go down when they don't have to.
So it's just like for instance, when Saka shot the ball and Terrell came in a bit late and he's there, grabbing the ankle, brother. You're just trying it. Like the shot's gone already. Like the guy was maybe like half a second in after, but you're doing the most. Could you just get up and just, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's different because if he's still doing all of that and then VAR went to go and check it, that could slightly be a penalty. To be honest,
should have been.
Yeah. It's okay. 3-1. 3-1.
Yeah, the thing is that I feel like it's a never-ending conversation, but away from that,
they just need to all just sit down and just calm down. To
it doesn't matter because even away from that, all these refs got their own agendas.
Yeah,
not all of them,
yeah,
but certain refs got agendas.
Yeah, it's true.
Paul Tierney's one of them, but anyway,
he loves you lot still.
he hates us, bro. He can't stand us, bro.
He loves you lot. Check
what was it? How many yellow cards in 12 league games?
26
He's given us 26 yellow cards in 12 games.
Amazing, bro.
26 yellow cards and 1 red in 12 games.
Go and check what you guys did, didn't it?
Ah, shit, bruv. Come on.
You did the crime. You did the crime.
You see what I mean about this guy?
You did the crime. You did the crime. But it was probably Xhaka doing a madness.
Sheks, is that not ridiculous? Are you telling me that's not ridiculous,
it's ridiculous,
bro?
But again, you guys go and check how many last season. I swear you had like
Don't
how
get
many
me
red
wrong.
cards last season.
I'm not
You
saying.
guys have, no, forget but you're talking about
Paul Tierney,
yeah, he was refereeing all of them.
Come on,
you guys were poor last season in terms of discipline, you know.
Are
Very
you
poor.
right?
You know, you guys pretty much got a card like every single game. Go and check the stats. Go and check the stats. You guys were picking up cards every other game. If it's not Xhaka, it's Gabriel. If it's not Gabriel, it's I don't even know, but every single game you guys pick up a card.
Guys, I'm not saying we should have 0 cards.
No, but I know that's.
But I think that number is ridiculous.
I do agree with you on that.
That's my point. I'm not trying to say we shouldn't have any. I'm fully aware. The man them do stuff. The man them deserve cards. I hear it. But 26 yellows and 1 red in 12 games, that's excessive.
Within the space of 3-4 years, by the way.
That's too much.
Way too much.
But you know, VAR is going to be VAR, innit? Because either way, I think that.
And coincidentally, this guy always ends up being a ref when we're up against a real rival. If it ain't you, man, it's Spurs.
Yeah,
but then I think.
You guys have got the cards in those
but then
games.
at the end of the day, I think as well that even if there was no VAR there, and that goal was given. On the paper, there'll be a debate. Oh, should a ref should have, you know what I'm trying to say, should have given that foul or whatever. But it's just, it is what it is now. Because now, even now there's VAR there, everyone's still complaining. So it's...
No, I'm just
but even for me as well, every fan's going to complain, regardless whether or not it's for you or against you. You're going to got that. You know what I'm trying to say?
But again, I mean, generally, I think refs just had a howler this weekend.
I hear it.
Because even that, like I said off camera, I think Coutinho's goal should have stood.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
There was nothing wrong with Coutinho.
He was onside.
Blatantly on.
From the moment they knew the linesman got it wrong, they should have gave the goal.
That's true. But I think it's because before he shot, the ref blew the whistle already.
But why did the ref even do that?
That's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't have done that. You let it run and you check it. Yeah. That's what they do, no?
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
And that's the problem. There's just too much. Oh this, oh that, oh but this, oh but that, and it's I'm not gonna lie, it's ruining it.
It's ruining it.
It's ruining it.
Honestly. And you know what? I feel like it's weird. It is weird. I feel like there's so many other things that ruins it, but I guess what I'm about to say makes you lot smile, because there's one side of football where the people wonder, what are we gonna do? VAR. Can we find a balance? And then another side of football is players' loyalties. Like when you represent a club and you go to the club, and this is why I tell people straight away, don't tell me about no press conference. Don't tell me about what a player says when they put the jersey on and everything. I mean, I want to hear it. But when certain man go to certain clubs, their loyalties don't lie nowhere else but their families. Remember I said that? It's just standard fact. Because at this stage of football, professional footballers as well, they get a certain amount of money. Even when the money's in their accounts, whatever, goes over their heads, whatever. There's loyalty doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't. And certain man will go to another club, be ready to go there for 2 simple reasons: to still prove his point and to get Champions League football. Because everyone forgets how much Champions League football really matters. Not just when you're playing, but when you get the money from it. It's a big deal. So it's like, my question to you, man, is: do you think Sterling and Aubameyang are going to be a good partnership?
I think they can be. Whether they will be is another thing, but I think they can be.
I like your logical answer.
This one is
It's a tricky one because just looking at Aubameyang's what is it?
It depends who's where though.
That's what I'm gonna
That's
say.
another
That's
thing.
straightforward. That's straightforward.
No, you have to play. No,
we know who's.
No,
we
you're
know
gonna have
who's
to.
where.
No, you're gonna have to
who's
play Aubameyang down the middle. Don't try and
yeah.
do the wing thing for Aubameyang.
There's no reason
No,
for him to play
but
winger
we
ever
say
again
we
now.
say that, but God knows what Tuchel's gonna
No,
do.
but
bruv.
Tuchel has to play
He
him down
is
the middle.
100% sticking to that 3 attacking or 2
Yeah.
attacking.
In that case,
it's gonna be
so-
Sterling and Aubameyang together, or Sterling,
think he's gonna-
Mount, and Aubameyang. That's their 3.
I don't know.
If they
There's
do
so
a 3.
much
If
that
not,
can
it's
be
the
able-
2.
There's so many
Sterling and
different ways
That's
he
the
can do
thing.
it. That's the thing.
I
can't
think
lie,
it's-
So I
don't know
think
which
it
one.
I think
depends.
it's gonna be the 2.
I think it depends on what he does, but I guess we won't know until we see all of them
There's a
start the
few more
same game.
games they need
When
to
we see all
play.
of them start, when we see all of them start the same game, then we'll know.
Yeah.
I think that Aubameyang isn't gonna bang at Chelsea. Just looking at
What the way they
He just say it to the mic a bit closer. Just make it. Make it.
No, you just looking at what is it? His Chelsea thingy. Reveal,
Because it was. I feel like it was a move that had to happen deep down. I don't think he wanted to leave Barca.
But
No, I agree
I
with
hear
you.
that.
I
But
agree
I'm
with
saying
you.
like, just even if you're gonna do something, don't do it like that because that lets me know that you're only coming here for vibes, bro.
Facts.
Because I tweeted it. Sammy hit me
Yeah.
back. I was like, he's just here for the London
Yeah, for the
lifestyle, bro.
that's
He is.
it.
He's here for lifestyle.
That's it.
He is. But
That is it, bro.
At the same time,
But I told you
he's still
this.
a player.
But I tell you what though, when he plays against you, man,
He's gonna turn up, 100%.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna turn up. He's going to
about
turn
to
up.
run around the Emirates.
Do you know what?
want the-
I'm glad you brought that up.
Do you want the
I'm
truth
saying
though?
this
Do you want the
now.
truth though?
I'm gonna be
Do you
honest.
want
I'm
the
telling
truth?
you now.
No, do you want the
I'm telling
truth?
you now.
I don't think he
Aubameyang's
will.
not gonna do that.
He won't do
Bro,
it.
He's not.
He's not going to do
He
it.
will celebrate though.
No,
He won't. He won't.
He actually won't.
He
The
won't.
moment-
He won't.
hand
And
on
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
Aubameyang
tell you
putting
why
the
he
ball back in
won't.
the net, hands
Because
are
of
going up.
troops.
No, it's
No.
bruv, man, bruv, it's not.
Troops
You
ain't
know what it
paying
is?
the bills.
Looking at the whole situation, yeah. If Aubameyang's got an issue with anyone, it's Arteta.
Yeah.
He's
And
not.
that's why you'll celebrate.
No, but I could be wrong. You lot, feel free to tell me I'm wrong.
Do a backflip.
But
personally,
I personally believe if he scores at the Emirates, he won't celebrate simply because he won't diss the fans like that, and he won't diss the boys like that.
Personally,
Personally,
just
that's
touching
what I
on-
think.
Just touching on that on Truth.
That's what I think.
I think that Truth is
Actually, the
disrespectful
boys are
though.
gone, bro. Like
Why?
it's gone, man.
Because I think he was. What did he say? Didn't he wish like injury on Aubameyang
When?
when he found out
Probably when he
Aubameyang was
signed-
moving to Chelsea?
I thought they were boys though.
Personally, I think that that's pussy or antics.
Agreed.
Yes.
Because they are boys.
Personally.
They are. They're
I
cool
think
like that.
if he really did, he's wrong for
I think
that.
that after
Because
watching,
that's someone you talk
after
to. Why would you
watching
do
the
that?
After watching the All or Nothing thing, you should understand that okay, there was a bit of techie situation.
Yeah, bro.
So I think that even for you to even say that you're a pussy,
He's wrong
you
for
should
that.
get punched up in your face for that.
Oof.
Personally,
Boy.
Because again, that's someone you speak to.
yeah, and that's someone that you
Yeah,
FaceTime and that you know what I'm trying to say.
point.
That's someone you speak to. Say if you really got a problem with it,
Take that. Take
Tell
that.
him.
Call him and say,
Tell him.
brother, like, what's
Do you know what I
happened?
mean?
And then maybe he might be like, yo, bro,
this is the situation.
But you've gone on to do the clout thing.
Because even for me as an Arsenal fan, yeah. Okay, Aubameyang to Chelsea, did it piss me off? Yeah, of course it pissed me off. But at the end of the day, man, I have to think about, all right, cool. Kind of got forced to go to Barca. Wants to leave there. Chelsea's probably the only English, probably one of, if not the only English club that came in
and
for
I think that
man.
everyone forgets one thing as well. He's worked with Tunchel before.
There is that as well. So he's worked with Tuchel before. He's got an opportunity to come back to London.
Yeah.
Is he going to piss off the
all makes
fans?
sense.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, a man is going to do what works for him.
Yeah, I just think that I think that what that shoot did again. If it's, I won't even say that it's clout chasing because he's got all the clout that he needs, but it was just a very dickhead thing to do, and you're a pussy for it.
No, he's wrong for that, 1,000%.
But yeah, moving on.
I don't really agree with how he or anyone has kind of made that a thing because I have to put my hands up for it. But that's an initial reaction. I'm not taking in the situation. Once I did, I was like, it is what it is.
But then I think for someone like Troops, then come back out publicly and be like, oh, I was tripping.
Yeah.
You haven't come out to say that.
I know, but even with that, I just think. I mean, in life, in general, watch what you say. But when you have a platform like that, Watch what you say, like even more. But it's like certain man just let their mouth run away with them.
I'm not even saying watch what you say.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
The reason why
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just going back on the thing where obviously you, as an Arsenal supporter, were supporting my man to a point where you've somehow built a relationship.
Just the same Aubameyang that he invited man to a Barca game,
but that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to say that
sign shirts for man and everything.
Even before Aubameyang knew who he was, you've obviously supported him enough for him to be that I want to mess with troops type of thing, or and get his number and build up a relationship in it. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying watch what you say, but if you've, as a fan, have been privileged enough to build a relationship with a footballer, then, you know, at least treat it accordingly. If you have an issue, just call, man. You have his number. Or if you do have his number, I don't know if you have it or not, message him, be like, yo, bro, you know, like,
let's chop it
here's
up.
my number, like, let's talk kind of thing. But for you to now come on the thing or wherever you are and doing, I hope you get injured, that's stupid. Yeah,
come on, bruv. Like, I think any real Arsenal fan knows what Aubameyang, knows what Arsenal means to him. The guy's got it tatted on him, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, a man's working.
That's what it is.
He got a call. He got a call to go Chelsea. Brother, kick the ball and get your money.
I mean, I think that with Aubameyang,
Chelsea's move might have even been a beneficiary to his finance as well, because there's a lot of financial crisis that's happening in Barcelona.
Get me? He probably weren't even getting all his P's up, Barca. So he's thinking, let me just go somewhere where I know I'm going to get my money on time.
And
there's so many factors to it.
And football.
Even though I think that he's here for vibes, but I think just him or Chelsea having a striker.
It's a massive thing for them.
It's gonna now add a different dynamic.
Yo, so you know what? This is why he's my favourite striker. You know, that's the one thing we haven't all mentioned, because I keep mentioning it because we all keep forgetting about it. Barcelona have been transfer whores. Transfer whores. In the last 2-3 seasons, they've literally signed 5-6 forwards. Literally. From I don't care with the order. Aguero, Torres, Memphis Depay, Aubameyang, fucking Adama Traore on loan. He came there.
I can't lie. The most shocking thing about it is they've done all of that with no peas. I don't know how, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know how.
It's crazy.
No bread, bro.
And you know what's even more concerning about that? That somehow I think PSG and others got a warning for financial fair play.
Of course.
Barcelona haven't.
Of course.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the shit we need to keep an eye on, because remember, this is what I was trying to figure out what's going on. I haven't done my research for it, but I'm still confident that there's, and I think they say there's this known like supposed bank or whatever, or Swiss bank that the Spanish clubs are linked to, and obviously the likes of Barcelona in particular. This is around when the Super League manifested or whatever. The likes of Barcelona happened. In terms of, okay, if this league was to happen, can these certain teams correspond? Like, can they handle it, whatever? Are they ready for it? Even with the benefits or whatever, when they folded and say, okay, you know what, postpone it for later. I'm still confident they're going to do that competition, but regardless, they folded it. We saw what happened. Since that conversation, Boston has been unsuccessful overall. Since looking at it, I feel as though, because I think the last year or two, they managed to secure endorsement deals for the club and whatnot. I think if they have, because I'm going by logic, they may have used some of the funding that they may have received through those deals to potentially go towards the transfers, because that can, it's either that or the so-called bank that they may be loaning certain funding from that. One or the other, they found a financial solution because they've not made any transfer profits. Do you know what I'm saying?
For them, Barca are only gonna have problems now if they don't win stuff, because that's how they got. That's how they got. I actually went to go and look at, because remember I said I felt like it just happened overnight. So I actually went to go and look at like what happened. Long story short, they were spending, but they weren't winning. Because who was their first 100 million plus?
Coutinho.
And then who came after that?
Dembele.
So them man were just blowing 100 M's every season, buying man,
and offering them big contracts.
But there's no prize money coming in because they weren't winning stuff.
So their money's not showing.
So what they've spent and what's coming in, it's like they were ending in the minus and ending in the minus until they landed in the problem they're in now. So even with everything they've done now, if Barca don't start winning, it's just gonna keep going.
That's why Bayern said, I think in the next 2.
Yeah, they reckon in the next few years, Barca will go bust. They won't even exist anymore.
Yeah, that's what.
You know how mad that's gonna be if that happens.
Much because, like I said
No,
already,
Chins, you say it's much, but it could happen, bro.
I'm not trying to say
It's not impossible, bro.
I hope it does. I hope it does.
It's
But
not impossible,
like I
bro.
said, I got that theory. I got that bit of a logic. I feel like certain people in this world do not want that to happen to Barcelona, and they will do everything in their power to
I don't
prevent
think it
that.
matters at this point.
I think it does.
Starboy's not there, bro. Messi's not there. Starboy's not there, bro.
I don't disagree with
Who's
that.
the mega star at Barcelona now?
There is no mega star at Barcelona.
There you go. It don't matter.
But
Some
the
of their
club is the
youngers.
club. The club is the club. They're gonna need that. They can't just let.
Need what? If Barca goes bust,
It's that
yeah,
intent.
people are gonna be upset, but it's not the end, bro.
I'm not speaking for me, innit? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just sending the message because it's what I see. Honestly, it's a thing of my strong beliefs. I've been wanting him to go bust since we lost him in the Champions League final. So if this day happens, I'm happy. But
So you bang the judge.
I haven't banged no judge yet. But
man's done the pool pogs.
no, not yet. It's coming. It's
Allegedly.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
It's mad.
If Man United actually went to go and dig up and found a hyena there. Oh my days.
But you know what? Yeah. Before I
Are we
really,
about to talk about the one?
we are.
Okay.
Because if it's the one that I'm thinking of, as in the truth,
only the one, the chosen one.
the chosen one, the
one,
golden
that's
boy,
your one.
the
The
man of the
chosen
hour,
The real
yeah.
one.
Because you know your time is
chosen one.
impeccable. Because that's exactly what I'm about to talk about.
The chosen
Because
one.
you know what? A lot of the time on our beautiful pod, I like to say my favorite striker, who's over there,
Thank you.
and the reality is, and I think you can understand respectfully that if I wasn't to have him as my favorite striker, this boy here
Of course,
would be.
because cold killer.
You see that one there?
Cold killer.
If there's a reason for me to go to Norway,
Talk about it.
it's definitely you, my boy.
Preach
I need
it.
to find out what
it's-
other species of you.
It's not Odegaard.
Do you know what?
I'm such a wind-up.
I have an agenda in it. I can remix that.
No,
For the
that's
techie
okay.
G's, I'ma find out where Odegaard be. But for the monstrous beast that you are, Erling Haaland, thank you. Thank you for not only consistently showing the kind of person that you've been over the last 3 different club spells. Let me talk about it. Because it doesn't matter how many years it's been. Because remember, this boy is only 21, 22 now.
crazy.
He's been doing this. He's
crazy.
actually been doing this. I'm
I
grateful.
really took him off course with that one, you know.
I love that guy. I love Haaland so much. And I'm genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart as an unnecessary neutral. If it was any country to change my nationality to, I'm going to be Norwegian, bro. I'm already
crazy.
halfway there.
That's crazy,
I'm
'cause
tall,
Ole is also-
I'm left, all of that.
crazy.
Yeah, like Haaland, I think is, you know when certain people go to court and they swear in the Bible and want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's exactly what Haaland is.
Yeah,
he
he's
is
the
the truth.
And
He is
nothing
the truth.
but the
So,
truth.
a quick
He's
one.
incredible.
The record for goals in the season is 34.
If
Is
I'm
it
correct,
34?
I'm not too sure.
I
I think it's 34.
I
think
think
it's 39.
Who scored that?
No,
34.
No, it's 31.
I think it's 31.
It's
But I
31.
think
It's
it's 34.
31. Ronaldo and Thing and Salah.
Hold on.
Is it 31?
I think so.
Because I think it's 34.
He was at Alan Shearer thing.
No, I think
Ronaldo
seriously
and
31,
Thing.
32.
It was Ronaldo and Thing.
Didn't
and
Salah match it?
It's Ronaldo and Salah. 'Cause
Yeah,
before
didn't
it was Ronaldo.
Yeah, most goals in a
31 or
Premier
32.
League season is 34.
Oh, was it 34? Then that means Salah then. That's
Hold
done
on.
it.
Who scored
So
that?
what are you telling me, Big John? Do you have a theory that Erling Haaland is high likely gonna match that, potentially break that?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait,
I'll hold
I feel like it's Alan Shearer. It can't be Salah and that.
No,
Salah.
Salah.
Is it Salah? Oh, sorry, Salah.
Yeah, Salah, 32.
Okay.
My
Oh,
bad.
32. Oh, so
32.
Yeah, 32, my
See, that's
bad.
what I was thinking. There's something else. It's 32.
Now,
He
okay,
scored one
so
more.
you see that Haaland.
I think he's going to do it. How many has he done already?
He's on 10 now.
He's on 10
10.
on
In
6
the
games.
first month of the Premier League, he's got 10 goals.
That's
He'll
crazy.
clear it by
In 1
Christmas.
month. In actual 1 month.
He'll
In
clear it by
1 month, he's got
Christmas,
10
man.
goals.
I actually feel like it's so crazy. I feel like this should be the biggest my bad from any football fan. Do you know what? I don't even respect. For me, yeah, I'm gonna say this now. Anybody that's come to me and tell me that they don't think Haaland is gonna bang or they don't
Speak
think Haaland's
on
gonna
it.
bang, don't
know-
talk to me about
Nah,
football.
check it. No, check it. No, wait. You know what it is? Do you know what it
I'm
is?
sorry.
Do you know why they're saying that? Do you know why they're saying they don't think Haaland's gonna bang?
Why is that?
Because that's what they're hoping.
That's what
They know Wagwan. That's what they're hoping.
That's what it is.
They know Wagwan.
Is it?
That's what they're hoping, bro.
I need to
Wrong.
understand.
I've got money. I bet money with people. I've bet money with people. I don't want to mention their names. I can call them right now. And I'm collecting them.
Sheg's gonna come like bailiff, bro.
Somebody told me, and I'm gonna collect this as well. Somebody told me he's never gonna get 15, and he's on 10
He's
already.
on 10 already. There's no.
Anyway,
Sheg's, go get your money. Go get your money. Go get your money.
Now,
Man said
what I want to
bailiff.
say on the
I
Haaland
can't
thing
believe this, bro.
is that
It's crazy.
is that I just want to say that I blame Roy Keane for this.
Amen.
Wow.
All them years ago.
He birthed the monster.
No, I blame Roy Keane for this
All them
because
years ago.
Roy Keane didn't have to end his dad's career. We could have had Haaland. That's all it is. But aside from that, yeah, because I was hearing pundits saying, he's come from the German league.
Yeah.
Can you call
Talking all
that
that.
he's not gonna do this and that. Now, okay, that's fair enough. If you lot think that because he's come from the German league, that he may not get goals, but you lot need to go and say sorry to him, because the fact that you lot put Darwin Núñez on the same lane or the same table
Man like
as
Central.
that man like Central C. Yeah, man like Cinch. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I have to agree with Shegs.
Nah, anyone that compared them
I
to
have to
everyone
agree
that
with
anyone
Shegs.
that compared them to has to issue
Bruv,
apologies
like,
immediately.
honestly,
But
like,
They have
big
to.
man that have kicked ball before are saying that. So
I'm convinced people.
they don't know ball.
I'm convinced people are saying it out of fear. It's what they're hoping.
no, bro, because you know what it is, yeah. I think because Carragher was saying, Haaland, City's got Haaland, Liverpool got Darwin. What has he done in football?
trust.
Only until a year ago, or maybe up until the point
No,
that
it
he
was-
signed
no,
for Liverpool.
that's
No,
not
only until the point that he signed for Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's when I started knowing that this guy was he
Yeah.
was somewhat
Yeah.
active.
Yeah.
My brother, Carragher,
You know-
everyone that has.
You know Darwin's
stated-
older, right?
How old is he?
He's only a year or two older, but still he's older. He's the player that should have been in the talks.
If he
Compared
was
to
really
early.
doing stuff.
No,
Can
man,
I be
ain't-
honest though? Separately,
Yeah, there's no comparison.
I'm not
between
saying
the
he's
two.
not good, but Liverpool definitely overpaid.
Oh, 100%.
Liverpool should have never bought
But
him.
to be honest,
definitely
this ain't
overpaid.
about him. This is about the one.
truth.
The truth, whole truth, and nothing but.
So
the
he's
truth.
on 10 goals,
10 goals
6
in
games
6
in.
games.
He's gonna clear 32 goals this season.
What I wanted to
Easy.
call somewhere you was going in that
Please,
direction
talk on it.
because we deserve to talk on
Oh,
it.
we do.
We deserve to give the man of the hour,
flowers.
the week, the day, the month, what he
Seconds.
deserves. They are saying
Flowers.
that. First things first, we know what the initial problem is, and you've already said it. But we're just clarifying it. That media, English press,
Yeah.
you need a rest. Your tiring ass is too much for my ears
Facts.
and for the people in the back that don't want to hear your chat. You're trash in every way we can think of because you have no knowledge despite all the opportunities of you being able to stick to watching football, knowing a player or understanding mere basics.
Chins
How
was really smacking them, bro.
how dare you have men who have played football and converse with each other and not know footballers? Let me say that again. Let me say that again.
Talk to everyone about
Let me
football.
say that again.
I'm not
How
doing it
can
anymore.
you, man, that week in, week out, you 1 week talk Prem, another week talk European football, and at no stage you knew that this Erling Haaland was going to be this player. And even when he was linked to come City, you know, before I land, he was linked to come to City last year. Pep said, wait. And that same season, when Pep said, wait, and he told you in them
How many goals
interviews-
did you get last season? Can someone just please?
It was. I think it was almost 40 because he scored.
It was ridiculous.
It was the same
it was mad.
season.
I swear he got like 40.
100%.
I swear he got like
Yeah,
40
he
something
did
in 40 games or
something.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Something
Because
stupid.
he was
bruv.
second to Lewandowski, but
Yeah,
still
something's
but
dumb, bro.
still. And then from my memory, that same season, the media, every time they conversed with Pep, they asked the same thing. You seem to continue with the philosophy, but when are you going to get the striker? And Pep's response was the same every time. What do I need a striker for? What's a striker for? I don't need a striker. He said that even with a striker in the squad. He said that even when Aguero was there. But that's all they focused on, striker. And look what he did. He said, you know what? You guys want me to get a striker? Let me get the best there is.
Personally, I don't know how. Yeah, I need to understand how United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal allowed City just to put in a 50 million bid.
That's
like
what
that?
I don't get. That's
I can
what
answer
I
that.
don't actually get.
I can answer that.
His
I can
dad.
answer that. Huh?
I think his dad.
No,
Oh, must be that thing.
I can answer
that. I understand that.
How did United
my
not
thing
come and
is,
say
yeah,
200 million
like,
right
you know
now?
what I'm trying to say?
Because I think low key they just knew it wasn't going to happen after the Roy Keane
No,
incident.
that's not. No, that's not.
I-
At least you gotta try. Just try.
Just try. I wanted to see that offer.
Just try.
250 mil right now. We'll give it to you.
Try.
250 mil right now.
Because literally, City come in and bid his and activated his transfer,
That's it.
his clause, and then they bought him. There's no other team that even attempted to be
That's what
be
I
like,
don't
no,
get.
60
You
mil.
can say that, but there's probably just no other team that we know of.
No other team that I know that has that since the transfer
doesn't make
opened,
sense.
I didn't hear that we was linked to Haaland. I wasn't hearing Arsenal are interested in Haaland. I didn't even hear Chelsea are interested in Haaland after Chelsea just told Lukaku to go back to Italy. So
Double thing. I think I'm gonna try and answer the first thing.
Yeah.
The first thing is, again, I think we all have to understand that certain clubs, and to be honest, as I say this, I'm thinking Chelsea should have, but certain clubs, there's just, I think, certain levels of whether they can negotiate it or get the deal done. Remember, I'm talking of last season. Last season,
I just saw it. Sorry, the guy's a bit.
But how many goals?
I just saw the
Not
goals.
last season, the season before, 41
in 40.
in 41.
How about last season?
Last season, 30 in 29.
Yeah, it's mad.
And you man, no, nah,
It's true. Everyone needs to be smacked.
nah.
Everyone needs to get
Nah.
beat
No,
up.
sorry, it was
So-
29 and
so
30.
let me
29
get
and
this
30
straight.
games. So 41 and
Basically,
41 and
100%
41,
record 2 seasons in a row.
and then 29 and 30.
Yeah.
Literally
So-
one season after the
So
other.
That's
pundits,
crazy.
some pundits that have won. No,
Yeah,
but let's,
basically-
no, but guys, let's
basically
just
3 seasons
let's
in a
just
row.
deep it, yeah.
Basically
So
3
some
seasons in a
pundits
row.
that have won football,
It's true.
that have won thing in football, have
Yeah.
won a lot of trophies, have doubted this man after hearing those kind of.
Because
Because
they're
they-
doing it even from Salzburg.
Sammy, I'm telling you, they know what go on. They're
Basically, 4
playing mind
seasons in a
games.
row,
Bro.
he's done 100%.
They're playing mind. They're playing mind games. It's the only explanation,
Do you know
bro.
what? Do you know what? Technically,
Because they're probably thinking,
he's
"Oh,
on
if-
110%.
He's done more. He's done more.
He's overdone it, bro.
28
He's
goals
actually
in
done
24 games in
he's
his
done-
last season at Salzburg.
In 22 games.
28 goals in
22
22
22 games. In 22 games.
22 games.
He's done more than
Sammy,
games that he's played.
brother,
No,
I'm
sorry.
saying,
so mad.
you
This
see,
is actually
you
so
see
mad. Monster.
the remaining fixtures City have. I'm not gonna lie. I'm expecting a goal from him in every
Every
game.
game.
Oh my
I actually am.
No, because I need to understand, yeah.
Every game.
I
not
need
even
to
arguing
understand
that.
why did people or actual
Yeah, I was
professionals
trying to say, yeah.
that actually watch football, that's actually their living to watch football, doubt
That's what
this
I don't
man. I need to understand that because if everywhere he's gone, he's scored more goals than he's played in some of them, you're all bluffing. All it is that you lot just wanting them to fail.
That's
actually
that's what I just
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
bro.
that's
That's it.
It's all mind
sorry,
games, bro.
because-
They're putting the feelers out, thinking maybe if we say this and we get in his head, then he won't bang.
No, you man are pussy holes. I'm sorry. You man because, like I said, that charity shield, community shield, game.
Sammy knew
Same
what I got.
thing.
No, he missed a sit. I mean, he's smiled.
It's true. That's what everyone should have just said.
No, she not
I
saw
rem-
that. No.
I remember-
No.
I remember
When I
seeing
saw that, I said, "This is not normal."
No.
This
No, don't,
is
bro.
not normal.
No.
It's not.
Let me jump in while you're saying that. Yeah. Listen, you. We've all watched football. We've all seen a player, regardless of the position, take a shot, 2 yards from goal, miss, sitter. How? And we've all seen it at the time, neutral or in our situation. We laughed or we're vexed, whatever. Most of those players' reactions are like,
Yeah.
Head in hand.
Haaland. Haaland's not human.
smart.
He's
Haaland
not,
looked,
he's,
recognized the situation, was like,
He smirked.
I'll
I
be
said.
back.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
He literally did it on a vibe of mine. I'll get to
Mine
do this
are.
again.
Get it?
That's what he's literally thinking. Because, like I said, like even like strikers or attacking, like all attacking players know. Yeah, if you have missed like a sitter or maybe like a goal that you know that you should have scored, yeah, that could be potentially the thing that could fuck up your whole game. That could mess up your whole game now because
Yeah.
you've missed that sitter.
Obviously, it's gonna play in your mind,
Yeah,
innit?
that could be the whole thing that could just derail you from your whole game now.
Just brushed
But
off.
this brother said, and now he's got 10 and 6.
Yep.
Salah, did you do that? No. I'm sorry.
That was so unnecessary.
There was no need for that, you know.
But it's a good question, though, man.
I'm sorry.
It's a good question, man.
I'm sorry.
There was no need for that.
But you know what they're now saying? He's only doing it against the small teams. Wait till he plays the big teams.
It's all right.
Okay, we will wait. And when he scores against the big teams, you want an apology too.
I'll be very honest with you.
But wait, didn't he do it against the big teams in the Champions League?
I thought Haaland is, bro. He's gonna dump. He's gonna dump on everyone this season.
Everybody's gonna get shot.
He's gonna dump on everyone.
Do you know what's mad?
All competitions, bro. He's gonna dump on everyone this
Do you know what's
season.
mad?
Back to back.
Do you know what's mad about this situation that Haaland's in now? Haaland was able to successfully do what he's been able to do under the guidance of management that not many people had to say or speak of too tough.
Do you know
right now, under Pep, ain't no one gonna say anything.
Can I just say this? Yeah, I think that, and I think we have to give Haaland more of his flowers, because you can see that boy doesn't need a world-class manager to be motivated.
My point.
Nah,
my point. That's my point.
He doesn't need. He doesn't need.
He's still got that. You know that brother at school that just wants to bang goals.
Yes, that's what he's got.
That's him, bro.
Yeah.
He's got that. You can put him anywhere. Put him anywhere. All he's got in his head is, I've come to bang goals.
That's why he said, bro, listen, I've done this Bundesliga thing. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm on to bigger and better things. That's what I want.
And that's why, and like, even though, like, yeah, we can talk about as much as we can talk about like managers being important figures to certain players, yeah. But you see, when there's a player that doesn't need the motivation, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
No, that's a scary guy.
That's elite
no,
that's
at that point,
that's Mamba mentality.
scary.
That's different.
At this point, yeah,
Scary
he can just walk in anywhere and be like, "Hey guys, I heard you need goals."
Literally,
Honestly,
Literally, bro.
You can actually run that.
Just walk in anywhere and be like, "Hey guys, I heard you need goals."
Yeah,
That's
literally,
Bro.
You know what?
That's the scariest thing about this youth.
You know what? That
Like, you don't need to be motivated. Haaland,
he makes a good point here.
It's facts,
I
bro.
want to ask you guys this question because I've always thought this, and I'm now intrigued because the transition is mad. Do you feel like Pep saw that in Haaland more so he did in Kane?
Probably.
no,
I don't think so.
no. I just think.
You know why I asked
No,
that?
okay. Do you know what it is? I think because Spurs put that money so high,
That's what it is.
they weren't going to pay. I think Pep would have rather paid. Okay, if they were.
No, but
You know what's mad?
I'm actually not going to leave
Pep-
it mad. Pep put the bees down.
No.
No.
I
Do you know what's
hear-
mad? Pep would have paid that money for Haaland.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, yeah. But you don't spend money like that on.
No, you're right.
On not that Kane ain't good, but you don't spend
come on.
money like that on a striker that age, bro.
Money. You don't
Obviously,
put that on a type of
they
player.
put-
That's what I mean. You don't spend that on a striker that age,
They
bro.
put the money down, but they wanted more money.
Yeah.
However, again, you're not going to now, even though you know what you're getting out of Kane.
Yeah.
But for me, I'd rather spend maybe if Dortmund were asking me for 120 M's, I would
You
give
put it down with no
'cause
hesitation, 'cause
exactly.
it's an
I know what
investment.
I'm getting, but for Kane, it's like
For Kane, what are you gonna get out of him?
You know what you're getting.
no, you know what you're getting.
No. When I say get out of him, in terms of, I'm talking time span rather than the quality of the ball. With Haaland, bruv, if they want another 10 out of him, they can get it.
Facts.
With Kane will step in, they'll get what, 3, maybe 4 seasons.
Yeah, that's facts.
The money stretches with one, not so much with the other.
Facts.
So
That's big fact. And when Pep said, I never even forget what Pep said last season. I think when he won the league, he said, "You're going to see how much of a genius I am."
do you know what it was? Because they were doing the whole talking thing, and then the guy asked him, how do you feel about 5 subs next season?
Oh yeah.
And then he hit him back with, you think I'm a genius now? I got 5 subs next season. You're gonna see how much of a genius I really am.
Man City with 5 subs.
Oh,
That's
Problematic.
Not fair.
It's not fair,
That's actually
bro.
not
It's
fair.
not fair, bro.
Because that's actually not fair. Wait, nobody else in this league.
Off the air,
God, that
we
actually
said
deep
it,
it.
Sheikh. We said, remember getting on the phone. They didn't even play KDB. KDB actually came on.
KDB came on at 5-0.
It's mad. It's actually mad.
But that's the fun. That
Really,
he has.
do you know what it is? I know what's really doing Pep, and Pep is saying
Champions
the
League, bro.
No, that's what. No,
Champions League.
No. You see the fact, that Real Madrid gave him real pepper. He said, no. See, next season, everyone in this league is going to hold corn.
Yeah, everyone.
And I don't care who it is.
I feel like, he's just going to...
Yeah, he's just going mad now.
It's a combination of everyone's getting it and stop comparing
to Klopp.
Yeah.
Bruv, why would people doing that?
doing it.
Why would people even comparing them like they were even close? I don't get it.
They want Pep and Klopp to be the new Fergie and
It's never going to happen.
It's never the same.
It's never going to
It's
happen.
never the same.
Pep is levels ahead of everyone right now.
Bro,
All different
Everyone.
type of managers.
bro.
But that's why I brought up the likes of the Kane and the Haaland and the situation with City, because, boys, I gotta ask you guys, in terms of Pep and Conte, when City and Spurs go up against each other, who's gonna try it?
Pep is gonna go crazy.
Come on, man.
No, but the only thing is
That would be a very interesting game,
That's
though.
gonna be.
It's going to be a good game, but I still
Those two
think
teams
City
are
will win.
undefeated as well, by the way. That's what I asked.
That's the
City
thing.
will win.
Is
City
that
will
one?
win.
That one is techie. I don't think it's as much as I think. Definitely, if I put money down, I'll put it on City. At the same time, you can't write off Spurs. For me,
Yeah, true.
still
Facts.
their front three. Their front three. The way it's up, I think they still have the best front three.
It
front
depends who
three in the
starts
league.
as well.
Depends who starts. It's true. But thing was rested this week basically for the first half. Chelsea. Son hasn't even really started kicking off.
Yeah,
properly
Navas
this
Kane,
season,
really,
but
yeah,
he's
Navas Kane.
But fam, I feel like that one will be interesting.
It's going to be interesting, but I'm just going to go based off who's on form. Even though they are both on form, but
Who's on form? When did they
I
play?
mean, they're both this weekend.
Yeah,
Saturday.
next game. Next game.
Obviously, no, they're both on form, but where everything lies right now is that one team striker is on smoke right now. Obviously, I think that what I've come to understand about Kane is that Kane's a slow starter.
No, but he scored.
No,
He
but-
scored,
no, but-
what,
No,
four
but
or five?
Kane's
naturally a slow
Kane
starter.
gets into the game like from what I've seen of Tottenham's games, them man don't really get going till the second half.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you
Unless-
can't do that in this Premier League.
Unless
You
the
can't.
likes of Kane or Son or one
on
other guy
smoke.
have got that early goal for them, and then they could just keep the ball
I know,
rolling.
but
But they
that-
rarely do that.
And that's the thing. Like from what I've seen of them this season, them man don't really get going until
Yeah,
like
facts.
second half, like
Good!
hour mark.
Keep it that way!
So I think that's what it will come
it that
down to,
way.
because it's going to come down to what striker.
I don't think
It's a-
it's going
it's
to be
on-
the striker thing. You know,
I think it
it's
might
gonna
be. I
other
think-
players.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like
cool.
Perisic this season has been. I don't know if you guys have watched any.
No,
of
no,
it,
I
but
have.
this
I
guy
have.
looks
He's
bare-
on stuff.
He's
I
on
can't
stuff.
lie. He's on stuff.
Where
That's
is
why
that?
he's
He's on
signed.
stuff.
I know, but still, no.
I'm
But,
vexed.
like, no, but the thing is,
Vexed.
like, I didn't expect him to be as on it.
On
Like,
it.
this
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
is
yeah.
on it,
He's
on it.
prominent,
He's
man.
on it, bro.
Fam.
He is.
It's the nature of certain players. Again, Sammy's mentioned it multiple times last season, and it's quite evidence to see it again in other players this season. This window was pivotal to clubs representing the kind of squads they want to present themselves going forward. And remember, we have two windows. We have a summer window and a winter window. Whatever happens in the summer window leads you on to halfway, and you have to do everything in your power to be strong contenders from the jump. So with the World Cup coming on ahead as well, mid-season, which we've never had before,
I think
it's going to be challenging for a lot of these teams.
I feel like we're gonna see a lot of loan moves in January.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, at this point, it won't be a surprise.
I feel like we're
It
gonna
won't
see
be
a
a
lot of
surprise.
loan
I
moves.
think it's going to be difficult.
There might be
for them
one
to
or two
get the
transfers,
money
but I feel
over the
like
board.
I think there'll be a lot of loans just
Yeah.
Quickly,
in
just
terms of-
touching on that as well, yeah, and what we were speaking about before in terms of like the net spend and stuff. Some of that stuff is very interesting, and it just goes to
you
show
said-
why
Yeah.
some teams
Yeah,
are doing so bad. Leicester, Everton,
Oh.
these trash teams, but then even United as well. Look at the kind of business that we're doing, bro. We spent how much, and we only made 10 mil. Of
Your
how
mon-
many players that we
Your
got rid.
money
But then
profits will
this is
come
what-
from a
because
different
enough man left on a free,
That's
bro.
the thing.
Yeah.
But then it's so funny, when I look at how other teams do business, like Man City actually made money this weekend and still were able to get
Even
they
Chelsea
made-
with everything they
That's
spent,
what
they
I'm
made
saying.
peas, bro.
So I'm like, bruv, do you know what it is? Maybe we need to start moving ruthless like these lot.
I can't like
It's not
even
good.
Arsenal are
Come on,
learning.
Yeah.
You see what they done with Maitland-Niles?
Yeah.
He's going on loan with an option to buy. He extended his contract first,
Yeah,
so they can actually get money for
Yeah.
man, bro.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
That's meant to happen.
But yeah, man, let's end it here.
It's been a pleasure.
Come on.
I know you guys have loved it. We'll always do. Why? Because you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna like, and you're gonna
Yeah,
always
man.
comment. Tune in next week, and we'll see you soon.